What's going on, my people? Hey, check it out. Thank you for checking out this video and clicking on it. Actually, this is just part of a video. In fact, it's the tail end of a video, my last video, titled Assassin's Creed Shadows, subtitle, No Black Heroes. So if you want to check out the full video, I'm going to put a link down in the bottom for it. Please check it out. But this is the tail end of it. I'm not even going to waste time with a thumbnail or anything like that, because sometimes YouTube just doesn't make it worth all the extra hard work, man. But anyway, hopefully you enjoy the contents of the video, and hopefully you will click on the full video that will be down in the description section. As always, thank you for watching the video and stay safe. Now, I want to end this video by stating a couple of things. You have to understand that if you're one of these people who have an issue with seeing black people here and there in various forms of media, I just tell you this, man, I feel no compassion for you at all. You have to understand the lens in which I see this life and this society. I grew up during a time when the image of Jesus on the walls in most houses, especially here in the United States, was an image of a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. I grew up during a time where a popular character named Tarzan, was lost in the jungle and was raised by gorillas or monkeys or something like that. And this dude, his image was that of the king of the jungles of Africa. From the treetops, he would let out this silly, stupid sounding yodel sound that would be heard all across the land. And these black, brave African warriors who were born with a spear and a shield in their hand would be merging on an area, attacking it, and when they would hear that stupid yodel go throughout the land, their eyes would go buck wide like buckwheat, and they would all turn and run in the opposite direction. You know what? Even though I realize how absolutely absurd that is still one of my favorite movies today. I still even love watching the classic Tarzan movies. But I know the idea of it is absurd. I know the idea that all of these black warriors would hear that stupid sound ring throughout the land and their eyes would get buck wide and they would all go, Tarzan, oogla boogla, run, run, run. I know that is absurd, but I'm still able to stay grounded enough mentally to see it as. Now, back then, of course, movies like that were also propaganda. But nowadays, it's just purely entertainment. It's purely entertainment. I am not butthurt about it at all. I'm not triggered about it at all. But I think that's also because from our end, not only black people, but just other people around the world, because different cultures have had white people to play the roles of different historic figures from their culture. That's just how it is, man. I mean, you go back to Elizabeth Taylor playing Cleopatra. You go back to Yul Brynner. I forgot exactly what Egyptian historical figure he was supposed to be playing, but anyway, Yul Brynner, it doesn't even remotely look like anybody who's from the region of Egypt. But the world is just accustomed to seeing that sort of thing because it's been going on for so long. And now that is ingrained into the brains of many people. Even the people who are complaining about things like Yazuke, even they think like that. That's the reason why they don't complain when they see white actors playing the role of historic figures, whether they're from mythology or not, that clearly were not white. It doesn't bother them. And they're not going to ever complain about these things because this subject is an insincere subject. But look, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right there. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I just kind of wanted to chime in on this unscripted, just kind of have a conversation. I thought about doing something more organized, but I was like, man, bump that. Just sit down and talk about it. So that's what I'm doing here. And man, it was good to see people, man, not being afraid to challenge some of these creators out here who are out here. Whether it be the thing I didn't like about this particular creator was how he made a sad attempt to do it on the sly. You know, he tried to do it on the sly. You know, tried to act like, well, that's not what he was doing, when clearly that is what he was doing. But yeah, man, you know, we're in a hobby where we're going to encounter these people who simply have it in their head that there should be no black heroes. You know, some are going to slip through the cracks and they're not going to complain about it. But whenever they get a chance to complain about it, and all it's going to take is for one or two people to set, spark the flames. And then these people are going to add kindle to the fire and they're going to complain about it, man. So that's just the hobby we're in. We just sit back and be entertained by these people, man, and how they make their arguments without supplying any facts or without even knowing any facts. But again, I go back and say a lot of these people do know the facts. It's just that they hope you don't know it. But this is something that we're going to encounter going forward because, of course, you're going to see more black people and more black characters depicted in video games. And the more we see this, you're going to see these people out here who have decided that this is the hill that they're going to die on. They're going to complain about this every chance they get, even when it is completely unnecessary and uncalled for. You know, their favorite word for it these days is woke. They're just totally hijacking the word and trying to change the meaning of it, which is totally moronic when you consider what the word woke actually means and when you consider how it has been used historically since the 60s. How is it logical to even, I have not had one person to be able to explain to me how it is logical to use the word woke to describe someone who has some sort of, because many times I can agree that there are certain agendas and certain times people have these ideologies that just sound stupid. And so I agree with that. But why the word woke? I mean, it's just totally illogical. And I have not had anyone who have been able to logically explain to me why the word woke has been stolen to mean something like that. But anyway, guys, let me go ahead and end this video. If you liked the video, give it a like. And if you didn't like it, hey, give it a thumbs down because I don't care. And the YouTube algorithm doesn't care either. You can say whatever you want to say in the comment section as long as you articulate it respectfully. If you're disrespectful, of course, I'll block you from the channel. So that's the good thing about people coming into comment sections acting like a fool. They give you a chance to block them from the channel. So, but anyway, guys, as usual, stay safe.